What's up, dudes and dudettes? It's Jared on an island back again, and today we're doing the 7-day creatine challenge. So what we're doing here is taking 4 times the recommended dose of creatine. You're supposed to take 5 grams a day. We're going to be taking 20 grams for a week straight. I already started this challenge yesterday, actually. I made a whole intro and everything just like this, but I just don't think it was good enough. I was originally planning on taking collagen and gelatin with it, but I usually just put all my stuff in straight water, and that tasted nasty AF, so I threw that out, and I was like, you know what, let's just restart. Put the rest of my creatine in there, and finished all of this today by putting it in my coffee. Usually I put it in this giant water bottle right here and just drink it throughout the whole day, try to finish this whole thing. So basically we're just gonna see how I feel mentally after 7 days of taking 4 times the recommended dose. I've taken creatine before, as I just showed. I've finished that bottle, so obviously I've had it before. Now the thing about this brand of creatine is that 2 things happen to me when I take it. 1, it hurts my stomach, and 2, it kind of gives me a headache if I take too much. So yesterday already, from day 1 of this experiment, when I was finishing the whole bottle, I definitely could feel like pressure in my head. It was really weird. So I hope that's just my brain retaining more water, which I hope is a good thing, but I feel mentally stronger today. I feel a little bit more of a mental fortitude. My stomach still feels a little bit queasy at times just from drinking so much, but now that I put today's serving in my coffee, it actually was pretty good, and I couldn't taste it or anything like that, so I think I'll be doing that for the rest of the 7 days. Might have it with a Coke or something, just put it in there, see what happens. I'll try to do some research on if that affects creatine at all, but we're gonna see what happens during these 7 days. I think this is gonna go well. I think that I'm gonna have more retention in my muscles, just water retention. Listen, I don't work out that much, maybe 3 times a week. If you've seen any of my earlier videos, you know that I'm kind of on an extreme diet right now. I was trying to hit 150 pounds just to be extremely lean. It's definitely not the most healthy thing for me. I'm at 152 on average pounds right now, so I'm trying to lose 2 more. The thing is that the diet's so extreme, mentally, it's just not good for me. So I haven't been doing as extreme for the past 4 or 5 days. I've been having around 1,500 calories a day when Macro Factor, the app that I use, is telling me to only have about 1,000. Somewhere even closer to 950 now. So I'm trying to get high protein so I can build some muscle. I'm trying to get abs. I'll probably do one after the 7 days are over, but I'll probably record in a TikTok format any sort of updates I have throughout the week. I really don't think there's going to be much. Hopefully the headache situation just decreases over time. Maybe my body's just not used to it. Hopefully I don't have to drink it out of straight water either, because this really does taste kind of nasty, this one. I know it's like flavorless, but still. And I also did order some creatine gummies, which I'll be testing out. Hopefully those just are pretty easy to digest, and then I don't have to deal with it. But hopefully this goes well. 20 grams of creatine, that's 4 times the amount. Multiple studies on Twitter, which I'll show here, show that this is a good thing to do for your mental strength, sleep deprivation, and muscle water retention. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's just a magical way to get me buff. I don't know. That's definitely not gonna happen, but it would be fun if it did. So make sure to like the video, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, especially, so that you can see more of these little tests that I do. Alright, let's see what happens. This is day 2, technically. See you at day 7. Alright guys, it's the end of the 7-day challenge, and I have some results that I think you'll be surprised by. First off, I want to start off with the fact that I changed the creatine that I used 3 times. And I'll tell you why. I'll go day by day. First day, it was okay. Every single day I took all my 20 grams all at once. I learned that was a bad idea, and here's why you shouldn't do it. When you take it all at once, it's a little rough on your stomach. You end up having a lot of toilet time if you do that. So I would recommend, first thing, take it separately. I think I'm gonna stick to 10 grams in the morning, 10 grams in the afternoon, just to give it a little bit more of a easy digestion on my stomach. Like I said, I used 3 different supplements trying to figure this out. First couple days, the first day it was fine. Second, third day, I was completely destroyed, and here's why. The first day, I started with this one that I showed you right here at the beginning of the video. This one tastes absolutely disgusting if you don't put it in coffee. If you take it in water, you're gonna hate your life. I hated my life, but I finished this bottle. I've already been using this. It was already basically empty. Finished it. And I decided, you know what? I hate how it tastes in water. Maybe all creatine's like this. I heard Sam Solik talk about how taking creatine gummies. So I looked that up and I got this. Creatine gummies. What I wasn't expecting was how many gummies it was going to be to get 5 grams. It's 5 gummies for 5 grams. So that meant I was eating 20 gummies. And 5 of the gummies is 40 calories. So 20, that's 160 calories. And I don't know, I felt like it was just too many gummies, and they were kind of chalky. Chewing on them, at first they tasted like candy, and then when you're finishing it, the aftertaste was just kind of disgusting. So if you really want just 5 grams, maybe I'd recommend these, but honestly, I don't think it was worth it. And when I started taking these on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th day, I was in the restroom a lot. It was not fun. I felt nauseous all the time, even thinking about eating these. Even now, I kind of feel nauseous thinking about eating these. And I talked to the boys, and they told me, you know what, it's because it's monohydrate, right? Now, the studies and everything like that focus on creatine monohydrate, so I didn't want to change that. I asked ChatGPT, how can I make my stomach feel better? Of course it said split the dosages, but I didn't want to do that. I just like taking it all at once. I wanted to get it out of the way early in the morning. So I looked up one more thing, and ChatGPT told me to get micronized. So I got this one, and this is powder again. And I was like, you know what? I'm only going to take it with coffee. I'm only going to take it with something flavored. So I got this. It's a lot more fine. So the serving size is actually kind of smaller, because I think it's like more into one little cup because it's smaller particles, I guess. But this is actually pretty good. This is monohydrate powder, and it's been worth it so far. It's pretty easy on the stomach. It's way easier to digest, and I was able to be okay with this so far. I even took some this morning. Now, the results. I feel like the first couple days I felt water retention in my brain. I'm not even joking. At night I had not a headache, but I felt pressure in my brain. It felt like a good thing. It didn't feel like it was a bad pressure. It felt like a good pressure. My brain had more capacity or something, right? So I did feel like less sleep deprived overall, even when I got a bad night's sleep. And when I got a good night's sleep, I felt like I was retaining the energy better, right? Muscle-wise, I didn't work out at all, yet I gained 8 pounds. I'm serious, 8 pounds. I wasn't on a calorie deficit. I wasn't on a calorie surplus either. So I'm 95% sure that was all water retention. I don't know if you can tell by my frame, but I feel like I don't look that different. I have not worked out at all. So it's a little weird. I guess my physique, if I'm looking in the mirror, I feel like I have more larger muscles, I guess. But I don't want to attribute something that could just be mentally visual for me. I feel like the main benefit was mental in this experiment. I know creatine, the number one thing is muscle. So it definitely would help if I had worked out. I definitely feel like I would have gained a lot more muscle. Now, do I feel stronger? Yes, I do feel more capable just from taking the creatine alone. So I would recommend it. I'm definitely going to keep taking creatine now that I found the micronized one, and it's a lot easier on my stomach. One other thing is that you won't feel that thirsty taking it and afterwards, but technically your body's going to need the water. You're going to go pee a lot more because your body is wanting to take in more water, and in turn it's not going to be able to, or it's going to need to recycle more because you're putting more in, right? It can't just stay in you forever. And you're gonna have to just keep a water bottle on you, and I would just recommend sipping it periodically over time. Don't be chugging water, or else you're gonna feel nauseous and sick as well. So just make sure to drink water. I would recommend taking it in the morning. Let it soothe throughout the day, because you don't want to go to bed in case it does hurt your stomach. You don't want to go to bed feeling sick. You're not going to be able to sleep. But besides that, I think this experiment was a success. I think that creatine's a good, overall good thing. I think that if I had to change it, if I still kept feeling sick after the fact, if I had to take the gummies, I would stick to 5 to 10 grams. 20 was definitely an extreme end. It's definitely a pretty good health thing to do for just from the studies alone. So overall, I would recommend trying it. Just make sure to get something that, if you have a sensitive stomach, get something that will be less intense on your nausea and stomach problem symptoms. So micronized powder in coffee. One other thing I learned, I was putting it in Mexican Coke, and apparently this goes for any sort of liquid that you put it in. If you keep it in the liquid for too long, it turns into creatinine, like I-N-E at the end of creatine, so like double I-N-E, right? And basically that it's a chemical reaction, so it's transforming it. It may not work the same. So that means when you're drinking it, when you put it in your coffee, when you put it in a soda, just make sure to drink it right then and there. Don't keep it longer than 30 minutes or else it will change, and then it's not the same thing, right? So this was a fun experiment. Check out the next video for another experiment I'll do. Make sure to comment and subscribe. Let me know if you think I should do something in the comments. I'm thinking in the next couple videos it's gonna be raw liver, beef tallow every day for a week on the face, and maybe some other stuff, I don't know yet. But if you found any of this information helpful, let me know too. I want to make these videos better, and I want to provide some good information instead of just personal testimonies. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace, guys.